Hello everybody, welcome back to Mega Max 5. We are at part 4 and we have our final of the first 4 bosses. This asshole, whose name I am forgetting. Dark Dizzy, I think his name was. Not saying Dark Dizzy. This Shining Firefly, I honestly don't remember his name. In the original X5, damn. But yeah, so ooh, man, I got Super Metroid controls on my brain. So I'm probably gonna die a couple times. There is a hard takedown here. There's also a guy down there. That was bad. But you can't really get it unless you get the Falcon armor can get it, or the Gaia armor can get it. It's down there. That's two. That was pointless. That was useless. But yeah, so don't go down there is what I'm trying to say as I die twice to it. But yeah, so this level is a museum-ish kind of stage. I don't. Yeah, so obviously Aelia, probably in this level she talks a lot, it seems like. Here you need the fire weapon, which we do not have. And there's number 3. So yeah, so you're gonna use these chandeliers as platforms. And there's a Sigma, that is the Sigma virus. In a couple stages that's there for X. If you get hit by it, nothing happens right away, but if you get hit by too many viruses, X will become Maverickized and will continuously lose health. I don't think it'll kill you right away, but it can kill you if you're low enough in health. Zero, on the other hand, you want them because you get enough of them and he becomes invincible, and it is fucking awesome. Yeah, that is pretty cool, but unfortunately, doesn't quite work the way we hope. Or it doesn't quite, it could be better, but so already I have been stopped by Aelia 4 times this level. Again, those are, those you have to. X6 does fix that, by the way. And then sometimes he's gonna get hit by the viruses. Again, getting hit by 1 or 2, not the end of the world. That bottom left, in the bottom left corner is the virus meter. If you see that go into caution and dangerous, that's when you want to be real careful. But now we have a mini boss here. Look at that health bar. You will need to destroy the black ones to do damage. The red ones are indestructible. Yeah, this is good. That's a good start. So far, so good. You're gonna have to use a rope sometime, obviously, like I'm doing here. Those lasers do hurt, do some good damage here. So I prefer the top or bottom. The middle is always kind of a little bit sketchy from time to time. Again, this isn't a hard boss, so like you're not gonna necessarily die to it, But yeah, this is all this mini bosses. Probably a bit too long for my taste. But honestly, not too bad, not too bad. But now we go through this little teleport here. And now we are in the second half of the stage. These things, and it, oops. These things can be destroyed by the C-Shot. That will be useful later on. We'll get in that in just a little bit. Notice something's coming up from up there? Here, my recommendation, use the charged up version of this, destroy this, and there's a Dr. Light capsule for the arm parts of the Falcon armor. That will give us 3 or 4. We don't have the 4th one yet. I will go back for the 4th one probably here in this part, just to get the full set so I can start wearing it. Because it is a useful armor. I do prefer the 4th armor, but some of the latter stages that we're going to do, really useful to use the Falcon armor. So I would go with that route. Again, when I get to Sigma stages, I'm probably going to be using the 4th armor again. But yeah, no, the Falcon armor, its shot sucks, and you'll see that in it. Curious? There's nothing up there. So yep, we'll continue to go. Yeah, so that's this level. Again, Aelia, this is a kind of peak Aelia with her interruptions. That's kind of what makes the stage kind of bad. Otherwise, it's not a bad stage. But now we have Dizzy Firefly. I don't remember what his name was in the original. But now he's coming. Oh, it's a Science Institute. It's not a museum. Science Institute. How dare you bust up my lab? This laboratory is so badly infected by the virus. There's no other way for me to enter. You hunters always do that. My work is not for maverick hunters. I've never trusted your approach. Therefore, I won't cooperate with you. Doctor, I don't have time to argue with you. Please understand. My body's already been infected. I realize I may have been wrong, but it's too late to change now. I've made up my mind. Now, let me rest in peace. Alright, he is weak to the Tri-Thunder here. And what's useful about that is the Tri-Thunder can climb up walls. He will fall on you if you're not careful. So I would definitely recommend using the wall ability. So he does get a lot faster, obviously, but boss battle ain't hard. He's a bit more of a pain if you go Buster only, but he's not too bad. And we defeated Dizzy Firefly! Woohoo! And we got the final part for the for the cannon. Now, the thing is, it is possible, highly unlikely, that the cannon will succeed. I have never had that happen, but I have seen it happen. I know it can happen. But yeah, so we're gonna go Weapons of Life, because I prefer life over energy. There is probably better weapons in there, but so we got the laser dice, we got the arm parts complete, we got a life up. It looked like a quiet laboratory. Inside was in complete ruins. The Sigma virus was caused total disorder everywhere. But yeah, so we got the laser device, and now we'll head basically right to a cutscene, I believe, as we now have our cutscene. The laser is complete. And it's time to see if it works. It's old, but we reinforced it with some devices. It should work. Fine. So hopefully it works fine. The time has come at last. We are going to launch Enigma. The fate of the Earth depends on it. Energy, power, the angle. Everything is clear. It's a pretty significant weapon, by the way, if you really stop and think about how. And then Cygnus says blast off 47 times, it feels like, in this. Just an absolute ass load. It did not. Now, if it does succeed, that beam will go through the colony if it succeeds. If it doesn't succeed, it just hits it, and that's about it. It does delay impact, but we do have a backup plan, they say. So yeah, so we will. So it didn't fail, so we should get some extra time here. So we have the shuttle, and that's where these next 4 Mavericks are coming in. So yeah. So yeah. Absolutely, Cygnus. It's time to stay optimistic. So now it shows you the final 4 Mavericks to go after. Axel the Red here, aka Spike Rose Red. He's carrying something, then Matrix, aka Burn Dino Rex. Then we have the Skyver, aka Spiral Pegasus. That is a much better name. He's very Storm Eagle-ish in his attacks. And Dark Necrobrat, aka Dark Dizzy. And that is what you have to do. You get 1 additional hour, which is good, But we're gonna head back into the. We're gonna head back into Duff McWhalen stage, unfortunately, to get our final piece of Falcon armor. I'm lucky enough to go through the whole stage, but again, as I mentioned earlier, you have to go into the stage 3 separate times to get all the collectibles. Good level design. But nonetheless, so yes, you have to do all this over again, and it is annoying, and why they thought this was a good idea, I'll never know. So you have to fight 2 phases of this guy to get back to where the And you might be thinking, well, Chris, why not wait until you have the Gaia armor to do both of these? You know, you could do that to save a trip. No, you can't, because you need the Falcon armor to get to a Gaia armor location, I think. And it's really dumb. And the Gaia armor does not, and more importantly, the Gaia armor cannot shoot. Secondary weapons. The Gaia armor sucks in this game. I'm pretty sure the Gaia armor was almost exclusively made that way you can get X-specific heart tanks, because you can lose 0 in this game. And so that way you don't get completely fucked. Although again, if it's don't make it completely RNG whether you keep 0 or not. I don't understand why that was a thing in this game, but nonetheless, we'll talk more about that when that time comes. To make this a little quicker, I'm actually just gonna do this. Yeah, you could just use your charge C-shot now, wreck through that first phase there. And you can do the same in the second phase when you're actually able to officially damage it. Don't worry, we're doing this stuff again. Again, just like last time, you've seen this before, it's boring. And I'm putting it in there, so that way you show you that... Because I could cut this out, and I thought about it, but no. I'm not going to. Yeah. Charge C-shot. Charge C-shot. Way to go. But now we're going to get Duff McWhalen's weapon ready here. And you can do this one of two ways. You can do it the hard way, or you can do it the easy way. I'll see if I can do it one time with the hard way. Hard way sucks. Yeah, up there is where you have to kind of be real close to the edge of the screen here, but you gotta be careful. If you go too far, you could do it that way, or you could just charge it up and do that, and that's substantially smarter and easier. And this is the final piece of the Falcon armor. So that is one backtrack that we're getting out of the way now. Boom, shakalaka. So now we have all of them, and we can leave. And we can exit out because we've already cleared the level. We got the body parts complete, life up, a quick charge, and the Falcon armor. Quick charge is actually kind of nice. So yeah, so we'll save, and that will do it for part 4 here. Thanks for joining me as we go to part 5 as we take on the rest of the Mavericks and show off the Falcon armor. So, until then, everybody, deuces!